Hello everybody, this is Mr. Patrick, and I'm here with the second installment in the video on how to use Edmodo in your classroom. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to utilize the calendar, what all its functions are, what its capabilities are, etc. And this is a nice utility, a nice tool for keeping track of what's coming up. It's also, it can be used for classes, it can be used for your personal calendar. And what's really great is it's very akin to the Google Calendar. It's very easy to use, it's efficient, it's not complicated, there's not many hang-ups, and it's very responsive and adaptive. And so it's just a really nice tool that Edmodo offers. And we're going to start this off and show you how to use it. And the first thing you want to do is you look up here at the top next to the search bar, right here, is the calendar button. And it's very simple. All you do is just click that little highlight. And this is the calendar screen. I'm going to run you through some of the most basic features. You see the month and the year is displayed there at the top. To your left, you have a drop-down box, so you can change it to years very quickly. And to the left, it's currently on everything, so it shows you everything that's been added to your calendar, but you can also change it to direct. And direct is all the entries that you've added that go specifically to you. So let's go back to everything. Over by the drop-down boxes, you see the arrow. So if you want to go to September, you will push the right arrow. And if you keep pushing it, you go on to the next months. And if you see the today there, if you want to go back to today's date, you just simply click today. So it's very, very efficient and very nice with that. On the right side, you have a print function. So if we click that, you can see here it currently prints on 1 month per page. So if you change the layout to landscape, that fits very nicely, and you can print these out and put them in your room so students are constantly seeing what's due the next weeks, and etc, etc, etc. So we go back to the calendar screen. Also, next to the print, you have an export button. This exports by default to a Microsoft calendar. We click that and I'll show you what it looks like. This is the Microsoft Calendar, Windows Calendar feature. You can import it very easily, and you can save it and do other various things with it. I personally haven't played with it all that much, so I don't know what its benefits are, what it's good at. I'm talking about the Windows Calendar. I don't use it all that often. I assume that once you send it to Windows Calendar, you can then sync it with, several computers. I don't know. It's something I may look into in the future. But anyway, if you want to export it, if you're familiar with Windows Calendar and you want to export it, you can do that. And then over to back on the other side, down a little bit, you see here are your groups. And we talked about groups last week, and these are still here. So if you look, you have AP Literature, AP Language, Honors 9th grade Literature, Honors American Literature, regular 9th grade Literature. They're all there, and they are color-coded just like we assigned them last week. So over here on the calendar, you see that AP Language and Composition is orange, and so over here, here's our little entry in the calendar, and it is color-coded, so we know that that is AP Literature and Composition. And then blue, by default, blue when you send something in your calendar to you and only to you, the default is blue. So if you remember, if we go back to direct, that is, and remember, direct is everything that's going specifically to you and to you only. So nobody can see it except for you. So that is, that first day of school was sent only to me. No one else can see it. And then there's nothing red currently. And then all the green that you see on the calendar is, of course, would be 9th grade literature because it matches the color coordination there. And so everything is color-coded and it's very visual and very easy to see. And I really like that. It's a great feature to have. Click on here and you see that it gives you a very brief description. The Unit 1 pretest. It has a date range or a date. You can save it. And let's look at something else. Let's look at basic argumentation with mystery pictures. There is a word limit. So you can see here that there's 42 out of 605 character limit. So you can be as descriptive pretty much as you want to be. I mean, 605 characters is fairly lengthy. So you can go into much more specific than I am. I was, very brief and broad, when I made these entries. So you can go into much more detail here. And then if you look over to the left, you can see we have a date range. So not only you don't have to do a single date, but you can do a range of dates that covers more than one day. Exit it here. And you can see that because this is a date range, it covers multiple days. And it does it just like that. So not only does the calendar feature add specific entries for like what you're going to be teaching that day, what material you're going to be covering, and all that stuff, but you can also use it to create assignments. I'm going to show you how to create an assignment in another video, but when you do create an assignment, of course you're going to give a due date, and that due date automatically, you don't have to do any extras, automatically is sent to your calendar. So if you look here, we have a due date of an analysis of JFK's inaugural address due for AP Language and Composition. And so when you click on that, it's going to show you some specific information that's very useful. So it gives you the title, it shows you who has turned in already, it gives you the due date there in blue, it gives you a brief description, the description here, read JFK's inaugural address and analyze his use of rhetoric according to the Aristotelian rhetorical pyramid, etc. And then it also includes your hyperlink, the actual text itself that you can link in your assignment. So if you click on here, it takes you to the website where this speech is shown. And so here there's an MP3 audio of the actual address being spoken by President Kennedy. And then it also has the text down here at the bottom so that students can analyze it and they can do their work online. They don't have to do any of it on paper, which is really great. And so this is basically pretty much everything you will need to see concerning this assignment straight from the calendar, which is really great. And of course, when you click Turn It In, here it'll show you who has turned in what, or who has turned it in. And this is the actual, the grading page. This is kind of what it looks like when you grade using Edmodo. I'm going to do another tutorial on this specifically, but safe to say, just by using the calendar, you can see who has turned in an assignment and you can reply about an assignment and whatnot. So this is a great feature for assignments. So let's go back to the calendar page here very quickly. Alright, so let's create a new entry and show you what that looks like. So I'm going to go down here to August 13th, and I'm simply going to click on the day. That's all you got to do. You're going to describe the event, and I'm going to put an introduction to Puritanism and Literature in the New World. That's not the greatest title, but it'll do for the demonstration. So I'm going to type that in. And I'm going to set a date range because I'm thinking this might take more than one day. And so on the second day, I'm going to click it and a calendar will pop down. And I want it to extend to the 14th. So I'll just click 14th and it changes that for you. And then down there, I'm going to send it to, so I'm going to click there, and I want to send it to Honors American Lit. So I'm going to type H here, and a drop box will come down, and those are all the people that I can send it to. I'm going to click Honors American Lit because that's who I want to send it to and to them only. And then I'm going to hit create. So I hit create, and that's that. And as you can see here, that entry has been created for Honors American Lit, and it is color-coded red, just like we want it. So it's easy to visualize, easy to see what's going what and where. And I'm going to show you how to create an entry so that if you want to send it to multiple classes. So all of these are going to a single class and a single class only. But what happens if, say, you're going to the Media Center for something and you want to put it down for all of your groups? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that. It's very simple. So I'm going to click on a day, just like last time. I'm going to describe the event, and let's say attend presentation in the Media Center. And I want it to go to all of my classes. So I'm going to come down here to send to, and I'm going to click 9th grade Lit. I'm going to click AP Language. I'm going to click Honors American Lit and Honors 9th grade Lit. I'm going to hit create. And so now it has sent this to everybody. If you look here, all those classes are included in that single entry. And by the way, I should probably state that when you send something to an individual class, they can see it on their calendar. So if you look here, this entry we sent to Honors American Lit, everybody who's in that class, that entry, that Introduction to Puritanism and Literature of the New World, will show up on their calendar, so they will see it. It's the same thing for 9th grade literature. They will see all those green entries on their calendar. AP Language and Composition will see that due date and that orange entry on their calendar. So they will see anything you send to them, it will automatically show up on their calendar. And of course, no matter how well you plan using this calendar, things are always going to change and shift. And so Edmodo can help you accommodate that. So I've marked here for this Introduction to Puritanism and Literature of the New World to be given on these 2 days, but who knows, something may happen and I may need to move it. And all I have to do is grab it and move it to those 2 days. Very simple. You don't have to retype anything. I can just click on it, hold the mouse, and drag it to wherever it's really going to happen. And so it accommodates teaching very easily. And deleting an entry is very simple. All you do is click on it. Oops, there you go. Click on it. Go down there to that red delete button. Click it. Do you want to delete this event? Yes, I do. And it's gone. Very simple. And there's one other thing I want to show you. If you go back home, everything you put into the calendar will show up in your notification box. And your notification box is on your home screen up here in the top right corner. And it shows that we have 2 upcoming events. And so when you click on that, it will show you these 2 events. And once the day of, you can hide them individually, or you can just click that hide all and it will get rid of all of them out of your notification box. So when you click that, now it's cool. There's nothing new in your notification box. And that is the calendar. That's basically everything you can do with it. Its major functions, and that's how I use it in my personal classroom. I'm sure that there may be some more fancier ways to do it, but that's how I do it. And I'll try to put some more videos up. I think the next one I'm going to do is on the gradebook and assignments. And so I hope this has been helpful, and Mr. Patrick out. Hope you have a good day.